드릴게요. I'm sorry to speak Korean, but please understand. 이거 저희 그 세미나 끝나시고 난 뒤에 저희가 여기 보시면은 세미나 관련돼 가지고 저희가 그 설문지를 하나 넣어놨어요. 그래서 이거 한번 이거 작성해 주시고 저희가 나중에 이런 기회라든지 나중에 또 더 좋은 세미나 이런 기회가 있으면은 저희가 피드백 자료로 활용하기 위해서 쓰는 거니까 필요하신 부분이라든지 부족하신 부분 아니면 느껴졌을 때 좋으셨던 부분들 이런 거 좀 알려주시면 좋으실 것 같고요. 저희가 이거 하나 더 보시게 되시면 저희 플라이어가 하나 더 있어요. 저희가 이런 아카데믹한 세미나뿐만 아니라 뭐 이런 오스트레일리아 주 같은 데도 같이 가고 있고요. 그다음에 혹시 지금 IELTS 관련하셔가지고 이제 공부하시는 분들이나 점수가 필요하신 분들한테는 저희가 다음 주 수요일날 이런 이벤트도 같이 있어요. 그래서 필요하신 거 요 플라이 한번 보시면서 체크해 주시면 되실 것 같고요. 요거 안에 요 캔터버리 관련된 요 브로셔가 하나 있을 거예요. 그래서 요거 한번 꼭 확인해 주시고 이거 끝나신 다음에 궁금하신 거나 아니면 뭐 질문 있으시면 바로 여기 이제 인스트럭터 분한테 얘기해 주시면 될 것 같으세요. 감사합니다.
Thank you. 今日は来ていただいてありがとうございます。これからホスピタリティセミナーをするんですけれども、ファイルを皆さんにお渡しさせていただいたんですけど、その中にアンケートを今日セミナーが終わった後に皆さんこのセミナーがどうだったか感想を書いていただけると私たち助かりますのでよろしくお願いします。あとですね、このパンフレット、ファイルの中にノートとあと次のイベントなんですけど、6月15日、ここでオーストラリアンズームでみんなで行くんですね。で、ご興味がある方は皆さんまたお申し込みお願いします。そして、裏になるんですけど、フィリピン留学セミナーっていうのを7月7日、来月やるんですけど、フィリピンにちょっと短期で留学されたいなとか、そういう方がいましたら、ぜひ私たちにお声をかけてください。お願いします。あとですね、最後になりますが、このパンフレットが皆さんのファイルの中にも入っていると思うんですけれども、これがカンターバリーのこれからセミナーを行う学校のパンフレットになりますので、皆さん目を通してください。よろしくお願いします。Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. How are we? Good, good. All right. My name is Rahul Fernandez. I look after operations, student services, marketing for the Canterbury Technical Institute. Firstly, I'd just like to thank you all for taking time off your very busy schedule coming here, being part of this hospitality seminar. So over the 1 hour today, we're just going to take you through little bit of hospitality training. You've all seen that little table set up over there. So I'd like to introduce you to David, who's a newest CTI team member and a hospitality trainer as well. So he'll be coming in very soon to take you through a little bit of hospitality training, some tips and tricks in the actual industry. Because he comes, not only is he a trainer, but he comes with a lot of experience as well, okay? And lastly, I will take you through what we have on offer and a little special that we're offering at today's seminar only, okay? So if you have any questions whilst I'm presenting or David is presenting, or if we're going too fast or you can't understand, please put your hand up, or after the session, we're going to be around for any question and answers that you might need, okay? So don't feel shy. We'll go to the next one. Just to take you through CTI, the Canterbury Technical Institute, the courses that we have on offer. So we offer IT and games, we do hospitality, we do business and management, okay? So right from the top, you can see a diploma of business, an advanced diploma of business, we have a diploma of leadership and management, diploma of software development, a diploma of digital and interactive games, and then lastly, the 3 hospitality courses, the Certificate 2 in hospitality, Certificate 3 in hospitality, and Certificate 4 in hospitality, okay? I will come back to these 3 certificate courses right at the end after Dave's done with his presentation. But now I'm going to hand you over to David, who's going to take you through a little bit of hospitality training, giving you those skills that will actually make you stand out from the rest of the crowd, okay? So I'd like to introduce you to David. Over to you, David.
How are we?
Good.
How are we?
Good.
Right, deep breath. How are we? Hey, very good. Alrighty. Who knows what hospitality is? Who knows what hospitality is? Hospitality is about serving people in their free time when they are enjoying themselves outside of their work hours. Or they might be working, but they are having some lunch. It's their relaxation time.
Tell me about one. Next one.
So, I talk to a lot of students. Some students are here on visas, student visas, they want to travel. Some people who want to learn hospitality but are just traveling. They want to do hospitality because entry levels or getting into the hospitality industry is fairly easy if you have some basic skills. Once you get into the hospitality industry or the hotel, restaurant industry, there's a wide variety of things that you can do. If you can make coffee, if you can make beds, if you can serve people their meals at the table, and you want to travel the country, it's very easy to get a job somewhere, as perhaps opposed to other industries. So once your entry level position, or you get in to the hospitality industry, for example, with perhaps a certificate 2, once you're in and your boss can see, yes, great job, always smiling, fantastic, then there may be other opportunities that will open up for you because your boss or your employer already knows that you are a good worker. If you choose to do so, perhaps say you start out with a certificate 2 in hospitality and you're very enjoying it and you want to move higher, you can go to a certificate 3, certificate 4, which will open up extra employment opportunities for you, more opportunities to enjoy this wonderful country. But remember, hospitality is not just about making coffee or not just about serving somebody a meal. It's about making someone enjoy their experience, helping someone enjoy their experience, always smiling, not just serving meals and making coffee. Employers in Australia in particular are looking for staff that are always smiling, that can make coffee and serve a meal, but are always smiling, always happy, and make the customers want to come back to their hotel. So there's a lot of places that can teach you, there's a lot of colleges that can teach you how to make coffee, how to set up a table correctly. But our trainers in particular will teach you all those skills that you need to know to make you stand out from the crowd, how to develop a relationship with the customers. What we call that, when you have all those skills, you have complete customer service skills. So let's just very basically look at some of the terminology or some of the words, the hospitality words that we might look at. Espresso coffee. Who knows? Who can tell me what is an espresso coffee? Anybody? You're all very shy. An espresso coffee is all around you. An espresso coffee is you go to coffee club, Gloria Jeans, and you have an espresso coffee. You might have a cappuccino, a long black, flat white. There's a whole range of coffees that you can have, but espresso coffee, or the making of espresso coffee, is very important to an employer in Australia, because lots and lots and lots of people drink coffee, and you need to know how to make not just coffee, but make good coffee. And one of the classes that I take is to make you an expert, or make you very good at making espresso coffee. Meet and greet. Can I get everyone to say that, please? Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Very good. Good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning, good afternoon.
You're experts already. How can I help you today? How can I fix the problem for you, sir? Very good. In hospitality, one of the very important things is to make sure that the customer is happy. Making sure the customer is happy. If you have a customer that leaves your restaurant and is unhappy and you don't know about it, he or she will go and talk to 5, 10 other people. They will give a bad story to 10 other people of the bad experience they had. So it's very important, if you see a customer, have the skills and the knowledge to fix that problem so that they leave happy and they go away and tell someone else about how good an experience they had. Reservation. Who can tell me what a reservation is? Anybody?
Booking for accommodation or hotel or restaurant.
Excellent. Very, very good. When you say to, I say to a lot of students, what do you think a reservation is? And they automatically think hotel, think room. But people also ring up to make a reservation for a restaurant. I don't know how long all of you have been in Brisbane here, but some of the restaurants around here, if you don't make a reservation, you won't get in because the food is that good. So in my classes, I take you through the right questions to ask the customer to make sure that you take a good reservation. Because you can take a reservation, but there's a good and a bad way to take a reservation, and you need to know all those skills to make sure that you take a reservation correctly. Attendant. Can I get everybody to say that word, attendant?
Attendant.
Very good. In hospitality, there's lots of different types of attendants. You can be a housekeeping attendant, a bistro attendant. Who knows what a bistro is? Anybody? No? Okay, a bistro is like you have big hotels, big accommodation hotels with lots of rooms. They have a restaurant. A smaller hotel has a bistro. So the bistro is the part of that hotel that supplies food. You have a bar attendant, someone who works behind the bar, serving beer, serving cocktails, serving soft drinks. Then you have a gaming attendant. Now, in some cultures, gambling is not considered appropriate, so I don't deal too much in this one. I just want you more to know that there are all of the different types of attendants, and you need to know how to be one of those things so that when you go to an employer and hand them your resume, you have all the skills that they can see. You know how to change the sheets on a bed, how to turn a room around. You know how to serve a drink in a bar. You know how to set up a table and take a meal to a table. So we've covered bistro, bar there, we know what they are. Work safe. Work safe. I really need everyone to say that one. Can you all say that one back for me? In Australia, there are some very specific laws about working safe at work. And an employer who can see that you know how to work safe at work will probably give you a job over someone who doesn't, because working safe at work is very, very important. In my classes, I go through some of the things that you need to look out for in your place of work. For example, this lead here, if that was in your bistro, in your restaurant, across the floor, that would be dangerous. I can show you ways that you can fix that problem so that it's no longer unsafe to work. So we deal with a lot of units on working safe at work. Teamwork, who knows what teamwork is? Anybody? Teamwork. Teamwork, or the team that you're part of. I give you some skills on how to work with other people at your workplace so that everyone has fun, everyone is happy, more gets done, and you really enjoy the job that you're in because you are helping everybody that's at your work. So we cover some specific things about team and teamwork. Food safety. Who's ever got sick from eating something? Anywhere? Anybody? Rahul? Anybody ever got sick from eating something? There's some very specific laws or rules that you have to follow when you are preparing food for service to make sure that customers who buy your food don't get sick. And once again, if you have a certificate that shows that you have been trained how to do that, an employer will look very favourably upon that, because that can take a lot of time for an employer to have to show you all those things. So if you have a certificate which says, I know how to do food safety, the employer will go, oh, very good, very good. Responsible service of alcohol. Everyone say that one for me. Responsible service of alcohol. Beautiful. What do you think that might mean? When we talk about responsible service of alcohol, there are certain laws that you have to follow if you work behind a bar. Remember before we talked about working in a bar. There are certain laws that you have to follow when you are serving alcohol. For example, if you were working at my bar and a customer walked in like this, just a drink. Do you think you could serve them? No, very good. That's just one example of a customer that you would not be allowed to serve. So in my responsible service of alcohol unit, I teach you all those things. I hope that didn't get podcast all over the world. In my responsible service of alcohol, I teach you all those things to make sure that you can show your certificate to your employer to say that you know responsible service of alcohol. Cash handling. Customer comes in, puts money in the till. You have lots of customers. They pay money, and then the day finishes. Cash handling teaches you how to count all that money at the end of the day. So if your boss says, how much money did we make today in the cafe? Cash handling teaches you how to add up all that money and correctly put the money in the bank for your employer. Once again, if you have that on your certificate, along with responsible service of alcohol and food safety, the employer's going to look at it and go, oh, wow. So cash handling skills are very important in any hospitality position. Complaint handling. Who's ever been to a restaurant or bistro and has not been happy with what they've got? Anybody? Yes? Okay, so gone to a restaurant, gone to a bistro and maybe ordered sweet and sour pork and someone brought out beef and black bean sauce. Complaint handling, or the skills that I teach you with complaint handling, will teach you how to handle that complaint properly. Because there are certain ways that you need to handle that complaint so that the customer feels like you care that they have a problem, so that they won't go out and tell 5, 10 other people about the bad experience that they had, because you fixed their complaint. You help them with their problem. FPOS. Anybody know what FPOS means? Anybody? Okay. FPOS stands for Electronic Funds Transfer at the Point of Sale. Okay, so point of sale is any place where you walk up and you buy a coffee and you pay for it. That is a point of sale. You might pay with money, or you might get your FPOS card out and doot, 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 doot. That is FPOS. So in terms of cash handling, at the end of the day for your boss, you need to add up all the FPOS payments and all the cash payments, and together that is the total. That's the total amount that the cafe made for the day. I also teach you some skills with some of the problems that can happen with FPOS. For example, stolen FPOS cards and how they can come up in your system after a PIN number goes in. There's a certain way, if that is declined, if that FPOS card is declined, there is a certain procedure that you must follow if you think that that card has been stolen. Is it? And the last one, this one is the most important thing to an employer. Policies and procedures. Can I get everyone to say that? Policies and procedures. Why are policies and procedures important? I've set up this table here because in my restaurant, that's how I want my table set up. But if you go to a hotel, a resort, they may have it set up differently. If you want to know how to set up a table properly, you have to follow whatever the company's policies and procedures is. Does that make sense? So it doesn't matter how you set up the table, as long as if the company has a policy and procedure for you to follow, you have to follow that procedure. So I have a very special way of helping you learn how to follow and learn company policies and procedures. And I deal with that in more detail in the course. Alrighty, time to have some fun. You were very good before. Do you want to come out? Come out, and I need one more.
A male.
A male, a man.
Make it look like a lady.
Hey?
Make it look like a nice girl.
Yes.
Or pretend.
Pretend date. Who wants to have a pretend date? Man?
You'll be served.
Anybody? Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
I'll give you two ladies also.
Hey? All right, we'll try two ladies. So you and maybe your friend want to come out here? So, come out. Why not? So, I might just get you just to stand over there. So, in my classes, I don't just stand up and talk, because you've probably got enough friends that talk too much too. So we do some very real life situations so that you can remember in your mind how to set up a table. Now, the reason I've set it up like this is so that these two ladies can picture what it should look like. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the table down, and I'm going to teach them how to set this table up. So do you remember? Can you remember that? How it is? Beautiful. So let's bring everything back over here. Okay. Right, so ladies, what I need to do now is for us to set the table up exactly how it was before. So the first thing we're going to do is you need to put the tablecloth on. So let's get the tablecloth and pop the tablecloth on the table. Excellent, very good. The next thing we need to set up is must have a bread and butter plate. Bread and butter plates always go to the left-hand side. You always have your bread and butter plate to the left-hand side. So, yes, if that's our seats, bread and butter plates like this. Now, I always use these plates, but you need to remember that most meals will come out from the chef with meals already on them. But to get the right position on the table, I put these plates down so that we can line up the knives and the forks and the spoons. So there you go, ladies. Just pop that right in front of the seats. Excellent. Just pull those bread and butter plates out a little bit. Yeah, out, because we need enough room for the knives and the forks. So this one over here, like this. Beautiful. Okay. Now, doesn't matter if you are right-handed or left-handed. You always set up knives and forks in the same order. If someone is left-handed, who's left-handed here? Who's one? Anybody else left-handed? Nobody. I don't believe you. So you always set up for a right-handed person. So one there, And one there. Fork to the left. That's it. Knife to the right. Fork to the left. That's it. Knife to the right. Always turn your knife with the serration to the inside. Dessert spoons. Dessert spoon always goes on the inside of your knife between the plate and the knife. That's it. Beautiful. Soup spoon always goes to the left of the fork. Now, you don't always have teaspoons, but sometimes you will have them, and I always get them to be placed on the bread and butter plate, straight up and down. Excellent. Wine glasses. Wine glasses always go directly above the fork. They're always to the left of the customer. Fantastic. Oh, forgot our flour. If you were a waiter and there was a man and a woman sitting there, you had a bottle of wine, who would you serve first? Anybody? Who would you serve first, the man or the woman? Excellent. It's very rude to serve the man first, because even with our culture here, and we're breaking out of it, but it is just common courtesy to always serve the woman first. Serve the wine first, serve her meal first. So when you bring the plate from the chef down onto the table, always serve the lady first. There was something else, right? What I got wine glasses.
I got napkins.
Oh, yes. Napkins. I forgot something. See, no one's perfect. But please give these ladies a big clap. Very good job. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I'll pick someone else. You want to come out the front? Yes, you. Come on, and bring a friend. If you've got a friend, bring them out too. That's okay. That's okay. No problem.
Mind the way. Just watch the way. Word safety.
So napkins. You hold that one. So there's two different ways that not so much hotels but restaurants will put napkins. The first one is to take it and make it into a triangle shape and crease it long ways. That's it, very good. And then the napkin will generally sit with the triangle facing outwards underneath the fork and the spoon. That's it, under that one, triangle facing outwards. Beautiful, very good. Now, that's how I do it. Some places have the napkins sitting up in front of the plate. Some places put it somewhere else. It depends what the policy and procedure is for wherever you work. There's one other way that napkins can be. Grab your fork and your knife. In Australia, some hotels, they don't have the 5-star service. They're very much about getting meals and getting customers in and out quickly. So they do what we call roll their cutlery. So we just go like this, come around here. Knife and fork like this. And we just roll like this. That's it. Does Has anyone ever been to a hotel restaurant and seen the knife and fork like this? Yeah. So what you'll find is that, say if you're working behind the bar and there's no customers, nothing for you to do, the manager might say, could you please roll me some cutlery? That's how you roll it. What they generally do is they have a glass of water. They have a glass of water sitting, and you dip the napkin into the water just a little bit like this, so that when you roll it up, see, the napkin sticks. That can then sit in the thing. When you get very good at it, I've had some staff in the past that can do about 200 of these in about 30 minutes because they're that quick at it. Thank you very much. Big clap. So, look guys, I'll just finish by saying, look, there is a lot of colleges perhaps that you could do hospitality. I make it a lot of fun. We do a lot of practical exercises. I go very slowly if you think that you might be having trouble understanding, but hospitality is great fun. I'd love to teach you all about hospitality. I can tell you a little bit extra about our kangaroos and koalas as well if you like. But yes, please do think seriously about coming and do a Certificate 2, Certificate 3 or Certificate 4 with myself and Rahul. You will have an excellent time. Thank you very much.
Right. Guys, I'm going to take you through some of the boring stuff, okay? All the fun stuff is over. I'm just going to show you what we actually cover in the Certificate 2, 3, and 4 so that you can relate to some of these topics that we've just covered today. All right, everybody can see me? Yeah, okay. All right. Certificate 2 is we're working on your foundation skills in hospitality. If you are serious about getting a career in hospitality, then Certificate 2 is where you start. And if you have no hospitality experience, then essentially that's what we will be working with you, all right? So the subjects or the units that we cover in the Certificate 2, you know, David mentioned responsible service of alcohol, RSA, okay? And barista is nothing but preparation of espresso coffee. Let me tell you this, I know David mentioned this earlier, but Australia is one country that takes its coffee very, very seriously. I think you guys are all familiar with it. Right? Customer service plays a big role in that. For a coffee or a cafe, they roughly sell about, on a good day, about 300 cups of coffee. So just to give you the maths, it's about, on an average, $3 for every cup of coffee. So they're doing about $900 to $1,000 just in coffee. Cost to the cafe, 30 cents. Okay, so just to give you an idea, and you see every morning, you know, people in suits or the regular working crowd, they go into their one coffee shop. They will not go into another one just because that cafe or that coffee shop remembers that person's name. So David comes in at 8:30, his coffee, his skinny latte is already ready for him to just pick up and go. All he has to do is just make payment and take it away from him. But it's about customer service. They have a quick chat with David. How you going? How's the morning? Blah, blah, blah. Did you have a good weekend? It's that customer service skills that we will teach you in the Certificate 2. Because if you lose that one customer, I'll let you guys do the math, all right? $3 a day, 5 times a week is $15. Times 4 is $60 a month. Times 1 year, $720 coming from one person. You multiply that by 300 people. It's very important, not only making good coffee, because the coffee can get cold as well, but it's about just a relationship with the customer, okay? We teach you all of that in the foundation of the Certificate 2 in hospitality. Of course, communication, interaction with customers. You guys are from different international backgrounds, just like myself, but you'll always find a common topic to pick on, all right? So you'll always find something, and given the Australian culture, is that they're pretty happy with anything that you pick up with, okay? Responsible service of alcohol, very, very important skill to have, okay? David just explained one skill where someone's really drunk, you have a responsibility not to serve them alcohol. Same with someone underage. There's quite a hefty fine. It's quite steep, it's a big fine if you serve someone under the age of 18 a drink or alcohol. All right. So those are some of the job titles: bar attendant, bottle shop attendant, cafe attendant. The list goes on and on. But it's a basic. It's the first course that you will do if you have no hospitality experience at all. Okay. Each of them have got different English entry requirements. Obviously, because this is a basic hospitality course, the English requirements or the English entry requirement, guys, is very, very low. It's pre-intermediate or intermediate. Okay, or if you've been here about 6-7 months in Australia, it's more than enough. Okay? As long as you satisfy the English entry requirements, it's more than enough. All right. We do have our own English placement test as well. So if you haven't sat for IELTS or anything, don't worry about it. We've got our own placement test on campus. You can come and do it, see where you stand, and then you can make a decision. All right. Cert 3, it's like a ladder. So you've climbed one level higher now. Cert 3 in hospitality is more about that customer service. It's less of waiting and bar attending and preparation of coffee. It's more about interacting with the customer, using business technology, making sure your policy and procedures are correct, and you're starting to train others in food safety, in how to handle food, so on and so forth. So you can see the job titles slightly different, slightly higher. You got food and beverage attendant, you got a restaurant host. So I was standing at the door, I was greeting most of you that came in. It's something like that. Again, that's part of hospitality, okay? I hope you found my hospitality skills quite good, okay? So as you're coming in or saying hello, it's the same skills that apply to hospitality as well, all right? English entry requirements for this one is a little bit higher, is that it requires IELTS 5.0 or equivalent, which means intermediate or towards the upper intermediate level. Or you could do our placement test on campus and see where you stand, okay? Guys, any questions so far? Am I going too fast, too slow? No, okay? Must be doing a good job. Certificate 4 in hospitality. This one obviously is the highest qualification you can have in the certificate level courses, okay? This one is training you to be a team manager, a restaurant manager, a team leader. You know how David mentioned team and team leader? We're teaching you to be the leader of that team. So making sure, just again in a restaurant, you have your customers, you're making sure everyone's been served. If they sat down, they've got a glass of water, or they've at least been given menus or something like that. So they've been looked after, just not sitting there waiting for something to happen. Because again, customer service, if you do that, you let them sit for too long without anything, what's going to happen? You're going to leave. Okay, you're going to lose those customers. So this is again cash handling. So you're managing finances, loss management, customer service management is very, very important. Rostering staff, who comes in, who works when, who works weekends, who works weekdays, who works Valentine's Day, who works Christmas Day, all that sort of stuff. All right. So it's very important that you know how to manage your staff. Lead and manage people. As a team leader, you want to be an example. You want to show your other staff that you're good at what you're doing. Because if you are good, they're going to follow you. Again, this is something that we do as part of the class. All right, guys, we do apart from the class, we have what we call a fun Friday. Every Friday or every other Friday, we will do something like this. We will work on table setting or clearing up the table, coffee art, how to make those smiley faces on a coffee and things like that. So that way you're getting familiar with your course, with hospitality, and you're going to get better at it, okay? Conflict management, again, this is something that David brought up as well, about conflicts, about complaints, how you handle a complaint. If a customer yells at you, this is hospitality. They don't like their food, you just got to sit there, you just got to nod and you got to say sorry, or I apologize. You can't say, oh, sorry, too bad, go to another restaurant. If you do that, you know how important these days people take to Facebook and all of that. Don't go to this restaurant, I had crap service, I got to give it a 1-star rating. You got Zomato, you've got TripAdvisor, you got so many media. So people just take to that. It's not only word of mouth, but it's even if somebody puts up stuff online, I go. If I'm going to a new restaurant, I look up their reviews. It's got a 1-star, 2-star rating, I'm not going to go there. So it's very important that you make a good impression on all your customers, okay? Again, this one, bar supervisor, team leader, you're starting to become a manager, okay? With this one, the entry requirement is also IELTS 5.0, which means you need to have something equivalent to 5.0, which is, again, upper intermediate or intermediate levels of English will do fine. All right. Duration, guys, very quickly, certificate 2 is a short course, it's only 6 months. Cert 3 is 1 year, and Cert 4 is also 1 year. So the certificate 3 and 4 are both 1 year each. The Cert 2 is the smallest or the shortest course, only 6 months. Guys, I don't know if you've seen a little black little flyer in your pack. That's right here. Or if you open up the page, you'll see Sofitel in there. We have a working partnership arrangement with the Sofitel Brisbane Hotel. Has everybody heard of the Sofitel Hotel here in Brisbane? It is Brisbane's best hotel at the moment, rated the best hotel, the best 5-star hotel here in Brisbane. So we had an internship arrangement with the Sofitel Hotel, where students studying the hospitality program, if you want to gain work experience or unpaid work experience, we then go and put you in there for 3 months. You are provided with laundry, you are provided with a uniform, you are provided with formal training in their academy, and also provided with meals. So if you're doing a lunch shift or a dinner shift, you will be provided with lunch or dinner or meals, whatever that is as well. So it's a great opportunity. They've got 430 rooms plus. They've got a fancy 5-star restaurant that is open pretty much around the clock. So they need a lot of internships. A lot of students have gone there and got a work experience opportunity. When you complete, you get a certificate from the Sofitel saying that you have got that work experience with them. Plus, you get to put the HR's managers, referee details on your resume as a referee. Okay, so if anybody was tomorrow you're applying for a job in a cafe or restaurant and they wanted to confirm your work or you as an employee, they'll give Sofitel a call and they'll confirm that. Okay, so that's the arrangement that we have with the Sofitel Brisbane Central, just up on Central Station, not too far from here. But just some opportunities in hospitality coming up. This is a big one, which is the new Queen's Wharf Casino. I don't know if you've heard of this. Construction is due to start next year, and it's going to be completed by 2022. It's a massive project, and they're looking for, as you can see, there's about 3,000 temporary jobs going there. There's about 8,000 permanent jobs. It's probably Brisbane's biggest hospitality project coming up in the next few years. If you ever have a chance, you can go online, you can Google it, you can see what the plans are like. It's great. There's a short little YouTube video as well showing you what the plans are. But I just thought I'll share with you an opportunity that's coming up. We also have paid work opportunities. At the moment, we have an agreement with RNA Showgrounds. Has everybody heard of RNA Showgrounds? No? If you have a chance, if you're new to Brisbane or you're new to Australia this year, Brisbane has a little exhibition, as they call it every year, in August, known as ECA. You'll probably start to see the flyers going around. We have a tie-up with the people that organize ECA and events like that at the showgrounds. The RNA Showgrounds is probably the biggest showground here in Queensland. And they have about 4 or 5 events every day, which means they need 100 plus staff for every event. So we have students that have got some sort of qualification or that are studying with us, that have got coffee making skills or plating service skills or responsible service of alcohol. We place them with RNA Showgrounds as and when an opportunity arises. They pay pretty well as well, guys. They pay close to about $23 an hour, and plus super on top of that as well. So that's something we offer: unpaid work experience and paid work experience to students studying hospitality with us at CPR. Okay, and we're constantly working and tying up with different cafes and hotels just to give you an idea of the working arrangements we have. Just to give you a nationality mix, I don't know if you can read that really well, but we got pretty much students from all over the world, okay? Right from Asia or the subcontinent, right to the Americas as well. So South America, Latin America, Europe, Asia, and Europe, Africa as well. So it's quite diverse that we have been operating since 2008 here in Brisbane. So this is our 8th year in operation, and our head office is in Sydney, and they've been operating since 1999. So almost 17 years in this business. All right. Guys, just some rules with hospitality. Sales go up and down. Like I said, customer service stays forever. If you have that one customer that's going to come in to see you every morning, they're going to come in for the rest of their lives to see you that morning as well. Okay, so make sure you hold on to the customers. As Dave mentioned, we at Canterbury Technical Institute, why we do what makes us different from other colleges is that we teach you the entire package, the entire customer service package, how to actually get a customer to making sure that you can keep that customer happy. That's what hospitality is all about, okay? So what we have for this seminar today is we're running a little special for each of the certificate courses. As you can see, the original price is marked up over there, $2,600 for 6 months, $5,200 for 1 year for both the certificate 3 and 4. A little special today. Short. $2,300 for the 6-month course and $4,500 for each of the 1-year courses. It includes all materials, all resources, and there is no enrollment fee, which is otherwise $150. Okay? So guys, if you are interested, we have intakes happening every month of the year, except I think maybe December, but I think we have an intake even in December, depending on which course you want to do. If you are interested, you are keen on doing the hospitality course, please see myself or one of, if you prefer when we're talking to one of your counselors, please go and do that. But take advantage of this little special that we have today as well. I hope I've covered everything. If you have any questions, feel free to hang around. I will answer your questions. If anybody wants to play around, wants to do under the table, set it up again, you can do it. I'm going to leave it over here. But otherwise, thank you very much for your time. My online friends, thank you very much for those that have been watching. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you, but I hope you found the session useful.